And I don't remember where I got that guy from, but he's pretty cool. He's like a drunk guy sitting at the bar, passed out. A lot of these are various things online on eBay. I got that little clock. That's like a pop-out, glued together kind of clock, which is pretty cool. I got this top level here. You got the stairs going up. This tavern's called the Brass Ogre. So I thought it was fitting to have like a brass-like ogre on a marble stand there. And then I got the stairs that go up. Got some little rats in here just because it's funny. I also got a fireplace. But stairs go up to these doors. Now this is where the Warlock tiles come into play. These doors lead to the rooms. I just keep dropping stuff. The rooms. So the rooms here are for the inn part of the tavern. I guess inn, tavern, interchangeable terms, but these are awesome. So the Warlock tiles allowed me to do something that matched really closely to what I was already using, and gives me the option to make these small rooms that are like totally modular and unique. And then here's the kicker. So wait, Warlock tiles don't stack, right? You can't do multiple stories with Warlock tiles. Or can you? Or can you, people? Alright, so check this out. I got them all clipped together, right? This is actually 3 stories. There's the second story. See how I did that? I flipped the room over. And you just leave spaces where the things are that would obstruct it or get in the way. Now I have another room inside of here. This is the kitchen. I'm still gonna flush that out. I'm gonna do like a little kitchen area here, so it leads through this door, which leads through that door back there that you can't see in the darkness, and comes out here. Now these people in the kitchen can also serve these large parties that are going to be in here that I don't have the models painted for yet. And through these doors, you got a couple more in rooms. By the way, these doors open and close, which is awesome. Got a hallway leading out. I just have some random monsters in here. I don't know why. So back to this room that I made, right? So I just made the room, and you think you're going to transpose it when you flip it over on. So you need to leave room for that, leave room for this. So I could either, when I'm using it like this, you know, it's on there. I can play with it on here if I want as a second floor. There is a bit of modularity there, so I mean I can just make like rooms like this if I want, just freestanding walls if I'm trying to do something impromptu. Or if I put these floor tiles the other way, I can just flip it over. If I want the full effect of the walls, when someone goes to that next floor, I can flip it over. People can play inside here. And then you have multiple stories, right? So you got the tavern that leads up to the top story, which is this. And then I might could do a staircase if I wanted, leading down to here, or vice versa. If I wanted to do a staircase in there, leading up to this floor. You get the idea. I don't know why I keep droning on about that. But, I mean, I did this with one hand. Just look what I'm doing with one hand. These things are sturdy as long as you clip them all. Look at that. One-handed. Nothing like nothing fell over. Alright, that's just amazing. I'm sorry. This is just part of the stairs that came with the Warlock tile set, the stair set that I was mentioning. This one right here comes with a lot of different stairs, some extension pieces. Comes with some walls, spiral staircases, ladders. I mean, this is a really good set too. Jeez, yeah, I mean, you just get a ton of stuff. I have 4 sets, so I mean, obviously I have quite a bit, but honestly, for someone who's on a budget, you can just buy this. Just buy this one. It's $100. You get all these tiles on the floors, can flip over, so you can have interiors with stone walls on the outside, kind of like I have, or you can use it for dungeons. If you want to get this, you can. Not necessary, but it is a really cool little thing that saves you from doing a lot of lighting yourself, and it's a very sleek solution. Very sleek solution for this type thing. The only discrepancy I had with anything Warlock so far is it didn't come with a screwdriver small enough for that. So luckily I had glasses and I had a small enough screwdriver, but not a lot of people do. One other small discrepancy I had was with the Village set. And this is so minor, like I might have just got like a defect or something like that because I haven't opened both my boxes of the Village yet. But these little edge walls, so like you can use these things to cover up any peg holes, and I kind of did that over here, as you can see. I used one of them right here, the stone one, but there's wooden ones too. But for me, the wooden ones, for some reason, don't fit into the slots correctly. Like these blocks are almost like too big. I don't know if I just need to push harder and I'm a wuss, but the stone ones were not like that at all. And I thought that was strange. So take that for what you will with a grain of salt. Maybe it's just my user error, but I redid the paint job on this to match the Warlock tile floors, and I think I did a pretty good job of matching it. It's very close. If anyone wants to know what paint scheme to use to match these floors, it is a pumpkin brown, darkened up slightly, painted solidly all over it, and then a Nuln Oil wash, a black Nuln Oil wash. You can use any type of black wash, but I use the one from Games Workshop because it is an amazing wash. It works really well. Just some more details of the tavern. Now, I just thought these Warlock tiles were just so cool. Here's a little poker table in the back room. Bought that from somebody online. I think his name is Monstro or something like that on eBay. Did a lot of this stuff. Painted most of it myself. Anyways. Yeah, so it's cool little things. Little beds I got. Hirst Arts beds. Different random Tabletop World or something like that. But, I mean, yeah. These doors open. Everything opens. Super cool. Alright, I'm just kind of rambling on right now. Side note. I got this big boat, too. The WizKids Falling Star, I think it is. And I've got a bunch of... These are from Atlantis Miniatures, I believe. It was a Kickstarter a couple years ago. I got them in and painted them up. Painted some pirate goblins. It's freaking sick. And then they also, at the same time of that Kickstarter, they came out with these. These are like conquistador ogres. Spanish-looking ogre pirates. So cool. I got 6 of those. I've yet to paint them up. I see they're just scattered on there. And I got some palm trees from Michael's in the back that I'm going to have to put on some washers. Anyway, that's not what you came here to see. That is not what you came here to see. But I guess while I'm on the topic, here's a lot of my goodies. There's a little alligator. Bought some more WizKid stuff. This is something Dungeon Master Mark made and painted and sold to me. These are Galadoria Games snake pillars I painted myself to match the Dwarven Forge dungeons. Fountains from WizKids, alligators from Michael's, just the tube animals. I don't know where I got this from, don't ask me. Maybe Big Lots or something, but this thing's cool. It's got layers that snap off. All these little things, more WizKids stuff, some Dwarven Forge accessories, the Zaltar's Throne. All my lights are in here for Dwarven Forge, so I can plug them in, light them up. I'm a huge Dwarven Forge fan. I'm not knocking Dwarven Forge at all. But these are really epic, man. It's such a better solution for someone who's on a tight budget. Maybe you can only afford one of these it's like $100. And I think that's the way to go. These are like $50 for the, so that's pretty expensive for the floors. But they're really cool, and like I think you only ever really have to buy one set of them if you're ever going to get them. I would made this Tavern Extension because I mean I already had a tavern. I just made this extension out of one of these sets, and some extra walls of this set. So technically you'd need two of these sets and one of these sets. If you're trying to replicate this, I don't know why you would. You guys are imaginative people. You can come up with your own stuff. But I mean, all this is clipped together. It really makes it awesome for storage. I'm going to store this. I'm not going to tear it apart every time. I'm going to probably use my tavern often. I feel like there's a tavern in almost every campaign. I don't see a need to like rebuild this every time. And that is why I got these extra sets. This is my pet project I've been working on for years. So I am spending a little bit more money towards this. So I know that seems like a lot to just have sitting around. I mean, I can use these as standalone rooms. I can fly them in if I'm playing in a campaign or something like that where I need a bunch of rooms. Like I don't have to tear this apart. So I'm not going to. They'll get used besides the tavern, but you know, just as they are probably. Unless I decide to redesign the way everything looks. But sorry for the shaky cam. I'm sure someone's gonna flip out over it. But like I don't have a setup. I don't make videos normally. It's not normally what I do. So back to these things. Pillars, WizKids pillars, some scrolls that were made by J.A. Hecker on eBay. I don't know if he sells or makes all this extra stuff anymore. It's like an altar from Monstro. I don't know how to say his name. He's on eBay too. Dwarven Forge, Alchemy Lab or something like that. Here's some crazy awesome buffet tables. Huge buffet tables. Here's some scale. Right? So, I mean, this is a full-on... It's 28mm scale, but it's a full-on feast, man. And that is also by J.A. Hecker. Amazing stuff. I'm so glad I got these while I could. I don't know how long he's going to be selling on eBay or if he still sells on eBay. I got a couple sets of the... What do you call it? Barracks from WizKids. And I tediously glued down all of these spears, except one. And all these halberds, except one. I wanted the ability to have a loose one. Somewhere. Some random places. Awesome targets. Anyway, these things are really cool. Some stands and stuff from Dwarven Forge. Shop stands. These chests came in the barracks. They have tops. And they open. If you want them open. Got a Dwarven Forge little cart. The little rider guy. WizKids. Farm stuff. Anyways, I don't know. It's too much to get specific with. Some horses from the WizKids set. Here's barracks, beds, bunk beds, and some farm stuff. Most of these buildings open, which is cool too. That's more WizKids pre-painted stuff that they make. You can just buy at your local game store. That's pretty much it. I have some other odds and ends, some WizKids tables, some Hirst Arts boxes, Hirst Arts dungeon doors. There is my tabletop world buildings. I have many, enough for a whole 6x4 village probably. And there's some 3D printed fortress with some cannons up there. Seaside Fortress or something like that. All my D&D books. All my Brickhead, my Star Wars themed Brickhead collection. And random odds and ends up there. That's basically it. I've been working on these ships. as well. Here's one I finished for the most part. That's Blood and Plunder. And then there's another one that's almost finished. It's from Blood and Plunder. I painted those. And yeah, all kinds of stuff. My rock and mineral collection, because I'm a super duper nerd. Something I painted and kind of converted. It's a Chaos Dwarf, giant flying bull. How's that for fantasy? That's kind of crazy. But that's basically it. This little Michael's fountain purchase I got a long time ago. I don't know if they still have it there, but it was from, I think, Michael's, or might have been from eBay, random seller on eBay. That's it, guys. I'm sorry I ranted on for so long. Just wanted to show you everything. I'm just pretty excited. I mean, we won't even get started on all the Dwarven Forge I have. I mean, I got dungeons, all my minis. More minis. I have them in bags separated by like what race they are and stuff. More cavern floors and random scatter terrain and underwater Atlantis set. From, I think her name's Michelle McGriff or something like that. I can't remember. Dwarven Forge caverns, old school original caverns. What are they called? Dwarvenite 1 original caverns, and then the new Caverns Deep caverns from Dwarven Forge. And then I got all the Dungeon of Doom stuff, a couple original Dwarvenite caverns in here, some Hirst Arts bits and stuff like that. And then at the very bottom, which you can't see, I have the sewers from Dwarven Forge. So like I said, I'm a huge fan of Dwarven Forge. I also got their crypts, couple crypt sets or whatever you call it. Yeah, they're like, I think they're called crypts. I can't remember, but there's 2 sets of basically a bunch of undead themed stuff. And then I also have 1 water style set, cavern water tiles. So I have a crap ton of Dwarven Forge. I mean, this is where I spend my free money. This is what I do, that, and then my mineral collection, because I'm a total freaking nerd. But I'm also a DM, and whenever I DM, which is rare, because it's hard to find reliable people, I want to have like the coolest stuff. And yeah, just looking forward to getting a party of people together that will be consistent and be able to enjoy our D&D games for weeks and weeks and weeks. But haven't found that yet. It's been really hard to get consistent people. I'm in Arizona, by the way, and if you have like watched this video for this long, you are probably a super nerd like I am. And you know, just hit me up. I DM, and I'm sure this COVID thing is going to throw a kink in that, but it's got to end sometime. So let me know. I think I'm going to end the video here. Just got to, give you a look at my whole collection, how excited I am about the Warlock tiles and what all they can do. I mean, it's just, you can't do that with Dwarven Forge unless you spend quite a bit of money and then buy their terrain trays. And even then, the terrain trays are very specific sizes. You need many different ones. And this, you just flip the center floor over and you're good to go. You don't have to get crazy and spend crazy amounts of money. It is obviously, it obviously costs a little bit more if you want to do something like that. But I mean, if you're on a budget, if you can save up $100, everyone starts somewhere. I started like that. So, I mean, just buy one of these. It's very versatile. It's going to get you your bang for your buck. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you can do extra stuff. Or maybe you put a little bit of time into it and craft your own stuff. I think it's very rewarding. I mean, especially since this has been like something I've worked on for a really long time. And I still have more to do. I have a bunch of village people. A lot of them are painted. A lot of them are unpainted. And they are going to go in my town with all those tabletop world buildings. And I have a bunch of play mats, battle mats. I like to buy the 6x4s or the 4x4s so I can get a lot of space. People can put their books down and still be immersed in the game. I have about 4 battle mats. I think I have a city, forest, smaller forest and swamp, and like a frozen tundra kind of landscape. And I like that a lot better than, you know, buying a ton of this. I mean, you could try to fill out a whole table with this, and you're gonna run out of money. It's just not feasible normally at all. So I like these battle mats, fat mats. They're really nice. They're extremely strong. I was popping the clips in to these pieces, pushing on this, and it didn't tear or anything like that. So yeah, just a little bit about my collection and like my style of like what I do when I DM and what I collect. And I'm about to crack this open. It's probably not gonna be anything good. You're not missing anything. I'm not gonna do it on camera, so they never are that great, but it's still fun. All right, thanks guys. Again, it's the second time I'm ending the video. Have a good day, and hopefully this uploads. It's pretty long.